Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you, flip the rules as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, so what I'm hearing today is that somebody is coming in. Like a freight train coming in quick. Somebody that possibly you let go of in the past. Somebody has a truth to confess to you, is what I'm hearing. So, let's do it. Let's do it. What we're going to do is we're going to call in spirit. We're going to ring the sound bowl and we're going to get this party started proper. Thanking my ancestors, my spirit guides, my higher resident beings for being here, as well as the divine. And I'm going to ring the bowl. If you have any sound sensitivity, just lower the volume in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we got a few decks here. One of them featuring Intuitive Kev's tarot deck you can find on Etsy, and also the other one that I love, I'll show you fast, is Beloved Oracle on Etsy. Alright, let's go. Now, somebody's coming in quick. I feel like it's a person from your past. Don't be groaning or moaning or commenting in the comments section. I get it. For some of you, this does not resonate and you don't have to take it on if it does not. These are collective readings, so take what resonates and toss the rest. So somebody's coming in from your past. The memories are too strong for them to forget you or to let you get away, is what I'm hearing. But this could have been a person that you had conflict with in the past, possibly competition they put you through. They put you through something that it ended. It didn't end for nothing. It ended for a reason. Could have been divinely guided by your ancestors to get out of a situation. Take what resonates from this, okay? It's not going to resonate with everybody, but for those who are my OGs, my returning fans, hearts and hugs. And for if you're new, thank you so much for giving my channel a chance. I just appreciate that. Let's get into it. Spirit, give me a message here for the collective about this situation. Yeah, the Chariot. Okay. The Chariot is here. Chariot can mean many things. You planning, you ascending, and you working on yourself, moving yourself out of situations, moving yourself out of dead, what is it? Not dead weight, but moving yourself out of like dead end situations. Okay? It's a form of action, the Chariot. So you're actively working on getting out of a situation. 6 of Pentacles. You could be a very generous person. You could have been generously given an opportunity too. 6 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, there was a tower that hit you or hit a situation, brought tears to your eyes. 6 of Wands. It was something where somebody came up against you. I feel like in this situation, you were a prize to be had, but you weren't treated like that. You had to carry your own flowers. You wanted equal reciprocity, but all it brought you was heartache. That's what I'm hearing. The bottom of the deck is confirmation of this, 5 of Wands. So this person put a lot of conflict in your life. Okay, this could have been a Page of Pentacles. Taurus, for Capricorn, Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I'm not going to go by just astrological signs because you could have more than one in your chart. But this was a person that didn't have much, but their hand was out to take much. And maybe you were just tired of it. This could have been a person that you were in a connection with. 10 of Cups is here. You had a lot of love for this person. Could have created a family. Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But look, a hater. This person was actively in opposition, is what I was hearing originally. Give me something on the 5 of Wands. What's this conflict? What's this conflict about? It could have been about money. It could have been about cheating. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you have to use your intuition to intuitive Kev is here. You had to use your intuition when it came to this person. But it was like a long time coming. A long time coming. Spirit, give me something on this Page of Pentacles. It wasn't something that happened overnight, is what I'm hearing. You invested a long time with this person. White magic. You could have been praying for a way out. Praying for protection. Maybe you felt like you needed protection against this person. Or needed protection against something. You didn't really know what it was. Because you weren't sure what was causing the cause of your downfall, really. Yeah, and this person was an emotional manipulator. Making you feel guilty if you wanted to do anything. Making you feel guilty if you wanted to leave. Making you feel guilty if you wanted to do better for yourself. Yeah, I seen this one originally, Knight of Swords. This is something coming in quick, like a truth or a clarity about a hater. Yeah, Six of Cups, somebody that you had an awful lot of love for. You thought there was going to be a victory. You thought there was going to be success. There could be innocence here, like children that could have seen the nonsense that was going on, and you know, fighting and stuff like that. This person treated you like a trash box instead of a treasure. Instead of somebody that they didn't look at you like that. Maybe they looked at other people like that instead of you, and left you empty-handed. Five of Cups. And a wounded warrior to boot, right? Maybe this is why you're guarded against this person. You had to make a decision, Two of Swords, to stay or go, to walk away from the situation. Somebody you invested time, spiritual connection with them, like possibly a vow that you made with this person of commitment or marriage. Yeah. It's like the devil got the deck. This person was in devil energy, codependent on maybe your money. You might have been codependent on this person emotionally. Yes. Spirit, give me some messages about this connection. Just one more card, Spirit. It just seems like they weren't there for you. They were there for whatever you could do for them. Page of Cups. Yeah, it was an immature energy. Like they didn't give you much. Page is very immature. A page is somebody that doesn't have the emotional fortitude to give you much. I feel like that was a hard truth that you had to learn. That this person wasn't capable of giving you what you needed. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the hard truth. Sometimes we have to hear the hard truth. We can't always have, our ears tickled, the red flags coming out when you're cutting the deck. Spirit, give me some more information on this connection. This person that wants to race back with the truth. I feel like they're going to come back like salty, like trying to fight with you. Like, let me tell you what you were doing wrong. Yeah, jump in. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Seize the moment and trust in your readiness as you step forward. I feel like you had to move away. For your own sanity, I feel like you had to move away from a connection. This person might feel ashamed. Shame wraps you in a cloak of lonely silence, convincing you that your flaws define you. Expose the shame to light. Only then can you begin to heal, and alter the course of your destiny. You might have felt shamed, though. You might have felt shamed because it didn't work out. They might have made you feel like you should feel ashamed of yourself. And you bought into that. Maybe this was programming that you listened to from your growing up, you know. I feel like that for some people it is. Yeah, look at the bottom of the deck, social conditioning. You're making decisions and plans based on external expectations that don't serve your highest potential. Give yourself the space to release and find your own path. I feel like you might have been socially conditioned to put up with bullshit from a person in a relationship. Maybe your parents, you saw that in your parents. Shame that you couldn't make something work. It was almost as if you were escaping this, and then you felt guilty as an after effect. Excuse me. You lost faith. The weight of the world feels heavy, and you may feel alone, but you have allies. Others share your beliefs. Don't let despair win. Don't let this person win. They want you to feel ashamed. They want you to feel less than. They want you to feel like you can't make it without them. But you had opportunities that you needed to jump on. And this person was a walking red flag. Maybe, possibly, this person was in competition with you because they feared your power, right? They feared what you could do, so they had to minimize you. This was the wrong person. And victim mentality, this person now is telling other people they're the victim, that you left them, that you screwed them over, right? Maybe they wanted you to be a victim, like that you would need them for some reason, their validation, otherwise you're not worthy of anything. This was definitely conditioning. This was definitely programming on some level. But now this person wants to come back because they need you for something. Mostly security, I'm hearing. Social expectations, like what other people think, because if they fail at this. So now the shame is on them as well, that they couldn't make the situation work and that they look a certain way to people. So they want to race back to show that they're the bigger person. Like they're trying to make the marriage or the relationship work, and it's your fault if it doesn't. If you reject them, then they tried everything and you were the problem. That's what they're trying to do, yeah. Four of Swords, rest and meditation. Somebody needs to hear that. You need to rest. I feel like in your restful moments, you might be getting downloads from the universe. So it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes, investing. Maybe you're investing in other things, and this person wants you to feel guilty about that you're not investing in them anymore. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is coins, which is pentacles. Yeah, the devil's out here twice. This was very codependent, but it's like the chains that they put around you, you're easily able to release. The devil here in this card is the control is all in the mind of the person. It's not necessarily about a physical chaining from the devil, because the control is very self-imposed. If you release yourself from the situation, if you heal from a situation, whatever that may be, they don't control you. And a lot of the devil energy is in the mind, a self-imposed prison that you could easily get out of. But you don't. You stay chained to it. So this is a codependent person, a person who doesn't think that they're good enough, a person that doesn't think they can elevate without another person there supporting them. And this is what chains them to people and situations. Maybe you were like that for a time too, sort of like a trauma bond. Five of Wands, competition and fighting. Maybe that's all it was. It was like, who's going to rule the roost? It was like a power play between the two of you, which you could say, if you were honest, that you played into this too. So you're always fighting to see who's going to win. Nobody wins in this shit. Nobody wins. And I feel like after a while, you got sick and tired of playing that game and you walked away. Two of Cups, you wanted a true partnership. Not arguments, not fighting. Not the bullshit that was going on there. You wanted to wish fulfillment. That's what that white magic was about. That's what you were manifesting. You're capable of better than this. You're capable. I feel like you may not have thought that you were capable of better than this, but I feel like over time you did. Knight of Wands is here again. The person wants to come towards you quick. Maybe sexual energy, show passion. Maybe you had a lot of passion in this connection. And so they want to bring that back out again as like a calling card, so to speak. You're not the same person anymore. Queen of Coins. You're working on your coin. You're working on something in a monetary way. Maybe even learning something new, a new job, or something you're focused on more than this connection anymore. Not that that's being selfish. You need money to live, right? So you're focusing on something else, or maybe a pet project that you were thinking of doing that they always downplayed or minimized, or you should be focused on other things. You're now focusing on yourself. If you don't focus on yourself and love yourself, there's no way you're capable of loving anything else. Not in a proper way, not in a healthy way, not in a balanced way. Seven of Swords. Yeah, this person was sneaky, deceptive. Maybe that's what you thought about this person. Maybe they even took something from you. They took time away from you, that's true, but it was a lesson that you needed to learn. The Lovers is here. They could have also going into a connection with somebody else. The Lovers is a choice. Yes, and now they're in like poverty, they're suffering maybe even sicknesses, illnesses. Their choices created a consequence. They could be blaming you, but it's actually their own decisions. You need spiritual cleansing, saging, maybe a spiritual bath, Spirit is recommending. Two of Swords. I'm thinking even a cord cutting you might have to do, because their energy might be attached to you if they're having illness or anything like that. Spiritual cleansing, look into that. Two of Swords. Yeah, you're at a crossroads with this connection and you walked away. I'm not saying it didn't cause anxiety and what ifs, feeling like a failure, but you're not a failure. This was all your journey. Was you had to go through this in order for you to ascend and to feel good about yourself, because you're always going to carry the baggage of feeling not good enough. You're always going to carry the baggage of your past. You had to let go of that baggage. It wasn't yours to carry, really. It was yours to shed in this lifetime so that you could elevate. Yeah, the sun's going to illuminate this to you. When it's a learning experience, we're not always going to win. And through our failures and through our challenges, I should say, we learn to grow and become a better person, maybe even an emperor. An emperor could be coming in, or you could be learning to be an emperor yourself. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. Energy is energy. We possess both masculine and feminine within us, but you're a leader now. And you're leading yourself towards victory and success. Maybe this person sees that. They're trying to cling on to you more because, I'm sorry, I'm taking the wrong one here. They want to cling on to you more because they're afraid. They're afraid of losing the stability that years of being with you, or the time that you spent together, the energy that you carry. The loss of that is going to create a hole in their life. They're realizing that. But that's their own codependency that they need to shed, because they could have victory and success themselves. It's a choice. They have to, let you go, let this situation go, and elevate and heal themselves. But they would prefer to stay in this victim mentality, this victim mindset. That's what's keeping them stuck in toxic cycles that go round and round and round. Maybe they have a lot of sleepless nights and anxiety because you're doing better without them. And they thought that they were the person, the head of the house. They thought that this was their success, this marriage, this commitment, this family. It was on them. It was their effort that made the success, this relationship a success, but it was really you. I mean, really, in the end, when you think about it, it's a collaboration that makes it successful. When one person is doing everything in a connection and the other person isn't pulling their weight, there's this imbalance that happens in a relationship, and it's doomed. It's doomed to fail. It's doomed to be this fighting that happens, this resentment that happens in the connection. Both needed to grow up and take personal accountability for the negativity that you both brought to the party. You feel like it's unfinished business. Something still lingers, words unsaid, doors half closed, cycles not yet complete. Until it's faced, it will keep circling back. And even if it's not with this person, if you don't let this go, or he or she, or they, they or them, whatever the verbiage you want to use, if they don't change, they're going to be doomed to repeat the cycle. And that could be you too. Letting a person go fully, not just saying, I let them go, but the memory still lingers in your head, or you keep regretting it, or you keep saying to yourself, maybe we could make it work. If you keep saying that and you don't fully let a person go and move forward, you're doomed to repeat this with another person. Patience. Give yourself time and patience. It's not, what do you call it? When relationships break up or heartbreak happens, mourning period and healing is not linear. It goes from zero to hero, it goes back again sometimes. You know, you take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, it's going to happen. You got to recognize that. And you have to keep moving forward anyways. Trudge through it. Like, that's when the breakthrough happens. You can't just give up. Keep going forward. Keep walking forward in truth. And you'll get there. You felt neglected. Someone feels left out, overlooked, like they don't matter anymore. It's start to break them. And I feel like this person feels like that, though. You might have felt that way at one time while you were in the connection with this person, but now I feel like the shoe's on the other foot and this person feels like they've been left out, like you just moved forward and forgot all about them. They could be saying that to other people, too. Oh, boy. I feel like this person does have a victim mindset. They need to heal from that. What does this say? Soul contract. Yeah, it's in the reverse. The soul contract, whatever this is broken. This person was doing down low things. They're hiding their truth and living a double life. Everything ain't what it seems. They could be saying that about you, but they're the ones that are doing it. Down low in situations with people, the devil energy came out twice. Any other cards, Spirit, before we end it? Here we go. It's going to go. Reconnect. Yeah. Time and distance or silence may have created space, but the bond was never fully broken. And I feel like that's the reason why you still feel guilty. That's the reason why this situation hasn't resolved, is because they keep heavily thinking about you and you keep thinking about them. And until that can be fully disconnected and broken, the ties, not fully broken, but you know what I'm saying, you fully let this person go and heal, this is going to be a problem. There's going to be a sticking point in your life. I see that. It's going to affect any other connections that you have. All right, let's let this end right here. What signs could this be about, Spirit? Let me do it in front of people so they don't think that I'm lying when I put this out. Okay, so we have, let's see, Cancer, Pisces. We got Pisces again, Aquarius, and Capricorn. We'll do Pisces twice. Pisces. We got Taurus and Scorpio. All right. Think about what I said. Hearts and hugs. Sending you lots of love. I know this is not an easy situation at all, but you can get through this. You will get through this. Patience and time. Thank you so much for joining me in Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I love to have you as part of my soul family. To my soul family, I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you. And I will see you next time. And until then, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.